Okay, my friends. Hello, hello. Hello. This one. Hi, it's Katie Rubin, your friendly neighborhood modern mystic, energy healer, divine light channel. What's going on? Spiritual teacher, spiritual person on a spiritual path, holistic integrator of souls, Blu-ray activator of light workers, trauma specialist, comedy improvising actor, commercial actress, lady who stages houses. I do a lot of stuff. I like having diversity in my life and my space. The diversity I bring to you today is, good morning, I have your 3-card spread. Jamie Vega, I miss you. Where are you? There's not been enough Jamie in class. I miss you. It's so good to see you every time you're here, my love. All right, everybody, I've got your 3-card spread for the week. As per usual, I have opened the Akashic records of everyone who will see this video and benefit from it in the recent past. Just like last week, if you guys recall, this lady showed up, the magical map shifter. Very interesting. That's our recent past. Present moment is the deep freeze. And the outcome, wah, wah, is the mountain card. That's not exactly a wah, wah. It can feel like a wah, wah, just like the Mercury retrograde we're about to enter, that we're in the shadow period of, that's very, very close, and the Venus retrograde we're smack dab in the middle of until September 2nd, I think. So this spread makes a ton of sense to me given the astrological moment we're present to. All right, let's look at what our recent past is about. In the recent past, you have encountered the magical map shifter. Remember that even when just because the word magic is in here, doesn't mean the map shifter shows up and creates change and activates us to be our higher self and to be our best self and to live our best life. That means change is required. And guess what's not exactly always the most comfortable thing? Le change, le change, the changement, el cambio. ¿Me entiendes? Okay. So the magical map shifter, yeah, she's magical. She's got her feather thing in her hand and all the sparklies around her head, but change is a bitch sometimes. Spirit orchestrates everyone's destiny. When the magical map shifter card arrives, it comes with a mission to make you aware of the people who come into your life to impact your personal growth. Perhaps you may meet a soulmate whose presence invites you to be the best you that you could be, or someone who leads you out of difficulty and into a place of safety or success. Pay attention to those individuals who cross your path today and cause you to reflect on your journey. Be awake and aware, and you'll recognize them for the important change agents they are. Your whole perspective about who you are and why you're here will shift. Your whole perspective about who you are and why you're here will shift. That's a lot of change, is my point that I want to lean into today. The magical map shifter always initiates you into a better version of yourself. So, as I was talking about last week with this card, you can also think about the map shifter as a place or an entity or an angel or a being or a building or a person or a project. This card talks about it being a person, and it can be, but I've also seen it show up as an energy or a frequency or a storm or an earthquake or any kind of force of nature that shows up and asks us to really look at, okay, am I ready to be my higher self? Let's just reread this. Pay attention to those individuals who cross your path today and cause you to reflect on your journey. Be awake and aware, and you'll recognize them for the important change agents they are. Your whole perspective about who you are and why you're here will shift. The magical map shifter always initiates you into a better version of yourself, which requires change. Here we are, however, /and in the present moment of deep freeze. This card is good news. Let's read about it and we'll say more. Everything has its season. Now is the time to put activity on hold while you rest. The cold winter beckons you to slow down and put a freeze on things that are not yet ready to bloom. It's time for regeneration and hibernation. Forgo ambitious activity. A pregnant pause allows ideas to gestate, projects to shift and change, and relationships to go through a dreamy state of being, not going anywhere, not needing to. This is also a time to put all your arguments on ice. Nothing beneficial will come of any of them. Self-care is the most important activity now, so reflect, read a good book, or get a massage, rest, and dream. So it can seem like, you know, it's a bit of a bummer card, the deep freeze card, because it's not like, it's a good time to move forward, everything's great, move forward, feel confident. But it's a nice card because it says you have permission to rest. Go ahead and lay down. Because any arguments you're going to get into, any type of thing you're trying to push forward, it's not going to really flow very well right now. So take a nap, read a book, sit by the water, enjoy yourself. The outcome card that we have is the Mountain, which is number 6 in this particular deck. Very spiritual number, actually. You have the capacity to flow around any obstacle. This is the time to adapt. Okay, so this is the outcome for the coming 6 days. Sometimes you'll come across what appears to be an insurmountable obstacle, like a huge mountain that separates you from your success. You might think that climbing it or chiseling away at it is the answer, but why take such a treacherous, tedious approach? Be like the rivers that flow around the mountains naturally. You'll move past this obstacle relatively quickly if you choose the easy way around. This is the time to adapt to your circumstances. If you do decide to climb, remember to take one step at a time, opting for the next right action. So this is very much a spread that's like, it's got an interesting push-pull in it, right? Because there's been some kind of energy that's shown up in the recent past activating you to like become your higher self and, I don't know, step into something new, magical map shifter, creating change. But in the present moment, we're being encouraged not to really push forward too hard. Forgo ambitious activity, it says. Rest, it's not the moment. The outcome is you might experience or encounter some insurmountable feeling obstacles, but the good news is you get to flow like a river around those obstacles. In other words, right now is not the time with all these freaking retrogrades happening. Give it till early September is what I would say. Now is not the time to go hacking away at the mountain to make shit happen against the universe's will. Now is the time to just be like, okay, can't go there. Let me just flow over here. Or like, okay, I can't have the thing I want. Let me just sink into myself, do my spiritual work so I get surrendered to the fact that I can't have the thing I want in this 20-second increment of time. And I'm going to flow over here and get a different version of it. Or I'm going to hang out with my friends instead of pushing forward creatively. Or I'm going to, you know, whatever version of, you know, how you can massage a situation and flow around it as opposed to trying to like fully, like if you look at a mountain, you know the old saying, like how do you move a mountain? If you're trying to move a mountain from one country to another, how do you do it? One chip at a time or something like that. You take like one rock at a time. This is saying don't even take a rock at a time. Just be a river, flow around it. Don't go to work on the mountain of resistance that the universe is giving you. Just let it be there. Remember, up until early September, we're in a bunch of freaking retrogrades, at least Mercury and Venus, and that's enough. Remember too, Venus is about beauty, relationships, connection, abundance, creativity, the arts. I find that Venus retrogrades are really about re-evaluating. It's a time to re-evaluate your relationships, have conversations. You're going to be confronted anyway inside of them, even if you try not to be. You'll be confronted in your relationships with everything you haven't spoken about, everything that's been swept under the rug, everything that needs dealing with. So that's okay. Be like the river, adapt. You can do it. It's not forever. Another thing to remember about retrogrades that I really like is it's permission to slow down. How many of us so often secretly could use a little permission to do a little less? It's not do nothing. It's not lay down and give up on your life, but you don't have to like build the Taj Mahal today or for the next couple weeks, but you could make a call to do some research about where to buy the building products for the Taj Mahal that you're going to build in September. Why not? You could take a couple little gentle actions. It's just not a very momentous move forward moment. Anyway, I hope that's helpful, my friends. I hope you guys are doing great. Happy Monday. Let's make it a great week. Let's be flowy. Let's be like the river. Let's honor the deep freeze and rest as much as you possibly can. When you're ready to heal some trauma, integrate some stuff, activate your spiritual alignment, become the light worker that you know you are. When you're ready to get some answers to some questions you have about your life, check out katierubin.com, book your session or package of sessions, and let's see, what classes do I have coming up? Star Beings has 2 more weeks left. You can join Star Beings after that. I do have to have a meeting with folks who are considering Star Beings, so just hit me up if you're interested. It's my mid-level to advanced energy healing class. It's really to activate light workers and also to heal the trauma that stops us from being aligned spiritually, empowering people, all of that. It's for people who've been on a path for a bit of time, who are ready to really go deep and face their stuff. Do I have anything else? Oh, OMA is in full swing, so you can't hop into that right now. So it's packages for you, friend. Packages, packages, packages. I think I'm gonna have some shows coming up to invite you to soon, but not just yet. I love you. Take care.